What's going on, E-Nation Army? This is Ian here. Welcome back to yet another Diecast review. And this Diecast review is going to be on Davy Jones's 1996 Delco Electronics / Futaba Lola Mercedes from Galaz Racing. That's right, folks. Rick Galaz joined the Indy Racing League series starting to split back in 1996. For those who don't know, he was the owner of the iconic Valvoline cars from the early 90s, late 80s with like Alan Jr., Robbie Gordon, and I believe Sheldon Farron. Did Joe Farron run a Valvoline car? Did I get that? Hopefully I didn't get that mixed up. But I know Alan Jr. and Robbie Gordon ran the Galaz Racing Valvoline cars. With that being said, let's review this one. So, right here on the side of the tub, you got Delco Technologies. You only got Goodyear. You got Futaba, number 70, Mercedes-Benz, Indy Racing League, PBG. On the front of the car, you got Futaba, 70, Unidial, long distance, Delco Electronics. Let me get that in focus. Goodyear, I'm not sure what that logo says. Quaker State. You got the Mercedes. Front wing plates, or not front wing plates. You got on the front wing, you got two Futaba logos, Unidial, long distance logos. On the rear of the car, you got two Quaker State logos. On the rear wing, you got Delco Electronics and Unidial long distance. So, I'm not gonna lie, I do like the mix of the black and white of this car, of this livery. It's a nice one. I know the yellow lines are there because Futaba, but kind of weird that they're like between the black and white. I feel like gray would have worked well, but that's just me. But I do like the number font with the yellow outline to 70. I do like that. Kind of simple, but I do like it like that for some reason. Anyway, so when I was doing some research about this car, here's what I find interesting. Davy Jones only made one start, and it was at the inaugural Indy Racing League race at Disney. And the irony about this haul from January 2nd of 2025 was that 3 of the 4 cars are not only for 1996, but all of them raced at the Disney race, and they had some kind of like lore for that race, even though the Buzz Calkins cars from the 1996 Indy 500. I mentioned that on the Buzz Calkins car, he won the Disney race after Tony Stewart had issues. Tony Stewart had issues while dominating the race and lost. And here we got Davy Jones. After all that was taking place between Buzz and Tony, Davy Jones finished second at the inaugural Indy Racing League at Disney. Finished second to Buzz Calkins. And that was the only time Davy Jones ran an Indy Racing League, not only in 1996, but in general for the rest of the 90s. He finished second at Disney for an inaugural Indy Racing League race, and he was never offered another ride, refuses to elaborate. That is something else. Could you imagine if Davy Jones won the race and then he was just not offered a ride ever since? Or in DNQ 98? That would have been something. So that's crazy. He did 5 car races in 1996 though, so at least there's that. So, pretty interesting to have this car for that reason. Well, for the reason behind it about what went down, not only in the 1996 Indy Racing League season, but in Disney. I feel like the diecast haul of January 2nd, 2025 for Indy Racing League for the 3 1996 cars, there's some connection to it. So that's interesting. So with that being said, thank you all so much for watching. This is Ian, signing off. Goodbye, everybody.